Good morning, everyone. I was waiting for my little red light to come on. How are you on this fine Friday? We are so done with this chest. I don't care if it looks terrible. If it doesn't turn out, we will, I'll just paint the whole blooming thing white and be done with it. So I have lots of things to work with. I started with a little white wax down here. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try. So I have white wax. I have my clear wax, which we're gonna do something with. I have my dark wax. I also have date night pigments, making pigments, making powders that we might mix with the white wax. We're gonna try some things. I have some white dust, which we might be mixing with. I have some Painterly, which we might be mixing with some clear or maybe white wax. We're gonna do some mixing. So we can try to get this looking, doesn't even have to look like the picture anymore. Doesn't even have to look like the picture anymore. So, and my hair's all wild today because it's raining and I was tired, and this is just all, this is natural curls. So we're just looking, it's a higgity-piggity kind of day. And you know, I'm just gonna go with it. So if you join, please say hello on Facebook and YouTube, and hello to both of y'all. I hope that this finds you ready to create, and I hope that my foibles and how I'm sharing how I'm working through a hard process. So I hope it's enjoyable. If it's at least comical, that will be great. I have golden ticket, so we can put some shimmer on it, and then we're just going to park it aside and bye-bye. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. Today is the last day. I'm done thinking about this chest. So let's get busy. Please say hello when you join. I'm gonna clean my glasses. If you were brand new, I am Beth, and this is Vintage Bandits Mercantile. I'm located in Central Kentucky, near it's for sales. I have a Main Street shop. We are halfway between. Well, we're closer to Lexington, but you can find us between Lexington and Louisville. So it's pretty easy. We're 10 minutes from the airport in Lexington, and about 45 to 50 from Louisville, and about an hour and 20 from Cincinnati. So we're very centrally located, hence Central Kentucky. Yeah. Okay. Let's get busy. There we go. Let's just start at the top, shall we? Let's make it straight, Beth. There we go. It needs to go this way more. Okay. Love when something's on wheels, and I can maybe scooch this way. We're just gonna focus on this. We're just gonna start work away. Look, so I did some dyeing. I'm also working on journal for another auction, and I dyed some fabric in my hands. It looks a lot better, but I was like, no wonder I don't do manicures. What's the point? And my Apple Watch says I'm getting great exercise because I'm cleaning. I mean, I'm waxing, and it's like, you are doing great, Beth, go. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Love them, love it, love it. All right, let's just start with the white wax, and we're just gonna put some on there and see how it goes. You don't have to have, that was loud, you do not have to have separate brushes because I do so much, or I used to do so much, and I'm just not getting back into it. I have a brush for every wax. Even for my turquoise shipwrecked wax. So I'm just gonna do maybe the edges, and because we have the white wax on there, we will be able to add and subtract and just play a bit, okay? So I'm just going to go on, and I'm going to just put some white around the edges. Just a bit, does not have to, I'm just using barely any on that wax brush, if you can see that. And I'm just hitting it, not everywhere, but just kind of the edges. You know, and if I get too much, I'll show you how you can take it off, which is really nice if you have too much. It's pretty. That's why you do clear wax first. And when you buff, I have a brush, a buffing brush, but you can just use just use a t-shirt, a really, you know, like a t-shirt that's worn out. Like get your husband's really old t-shirt or your kids or whatever that you have that's really worn out. I've just gone white all the way down. And just you know, just make sure it's nice and worn out so it doesn't have a lot of lint. And this is my trick. If you're doing a dark piece, like if this were black, use a black t-shirt. Or if this were, you know, because it's light, I would use a lighter t-shirt. So, hey, hi Pat, how are you doing, sweetie? All right, let's pull this back. So now we're just going to go in, and this is my clear brush. I don't have anything on it. I'm just kind of going into buff the white, and it will take it back a little bit. And it gives us some control, and I can put clear wax on it. So and if it gets on the handles, who cares? And it kind of just, and I just wipe it off. I have a drop cloth down here. I just wipe it off to get it. Oh, thank you. Hey, Nancy. Hello, everybody. If you're on here and you're just watching, if you just say hi, I'll say hi back to you. You don't have to comment, but it lets me know you're here because I can't see because Switcher Studio doesn't tell me. Okay, now I had just a couple little drop cloths that I'm just going to go in and buff with this. And we can see there's a ton of texture, which is fine. I wanted it to be very texturized. So, and I'm just buffing it. Just buffing it. You can kind of see the sheen. I'll try to get closer. And I'll take pictures. Here's the funny thing. Some strings came off and I thought, ooh, I'll keep that for my journals because I can use that. It's some good string. I can dye it any color I want it to be. So yeah. Yeah, I like how this white is. It's kind of, I don't know. Let's look. Let's do this down here. Yes, so I am using clear wax and white wax so far. And I will be using Golden Ticket. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a little dark wax or not. Or do I want to mix a bit of the dark wax and make it not so dark with the clear and diluted some. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if y'all can tell a difference with the white wax on here. I don't even know if it's showing up or not. I'm just kind of buffing with this darker. Good morning, Lee. Thank you for helping me sending out the notification. I appreciate it. Oh, y'all. So I left the open sign out all night last night here at the shop. I was so tired. Yesterday, did I go live yesterday? I don't even know. No. I was going to, but let's just say, oh no, because I had to take one son to the doctor, and then I got here running a little bit late. So, that's what we need. Let's push this way. Pull that boy. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to take a little bit of dark. Here's the beauty. Now, I have these big cans. If you're doing any kind of, this is my dark wax. Literally, I've had this for like 4 years because I use so little. Okay, you don't And you always want to have clear underneath it. I mean, yeah, I have the big waxes of everything, but this, look, that's all I'm using. Can you all even see that? Can you see that little bitty amount on the brush? Maybe it might be kind of hard. And then I'm even going to tap that off. Where's my paper towel that I had? Oh, okay. I'm going to tap that off. I'm just going to do a little because I can take it off if I need to. And I'm just going to see what, if I can, I'm not even going to do like, I'm just going to go in, and then I'll take this, and you can just go in and add some depth to it. Let's just do this drawer right here and see what we think. And then you just kind of buff it out. And there's barely any on here. And it kind of just gives it gives it a bit of, it's almost like that vintage photo that you use on, because you still see the white. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of gives it. So right here is the difference, okay, between this one and this one. So do you see the difference? Let me buff this. This doesn't have any dark wax on it. This does. This one does. And there's such little on it that honestly it's like I'm buffing it on there. But it does make such a good, I haven't done this in so long, I've forgotten how much I love to layer the waxes. Yeah, I think a little bit of dark wax. Can you all see the difference? Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, so let's finish this one. And I'm just going to get another tiny, look how tiny that bit is on there. And then I tap it off onto a paper towel and get it evenly all over it. So yeah, it's I'm a little bit, you know, it's a little crazy, but it totally works. So is this anything like the picture? No, but that's okay. I'm not trying to copy. I am not trying to copy. This just kind of picks up the bits. It just richens it up a bit, I think. So yeah, I think the dark is good. And then we'll do some golden ticket with water. I'll have to empty the drawers. I'll empty the drawers so we're not ruining my stuff inside it. We'll do, one's empty, so we'll do this with golden ticket, and then I can go back and finish them. Anyway, so let's put some dark on all the drawers, because I do like that. Just a little bit. Yeah. Yes, it did. Totally. Which I said, if we can get to the end. Yeah, y'all know. Anyway, it's been forever since I've actually painted a piece of furniture. How crazy is that? I'm so rusty, guys, so rusty. I'm just painted for the shop. All I've actually done is paint for display. I haven't painted anything for fun or to sell. It's just been for the shop, for display only. It's like I'm in Toy Story. You know, when Woody was fixed and he said, it's for display only. The guy who, you know, he had those awesome glasses and he had to open up that box and he fixed Woody because he was torn and he torn his shoulder and they were sending him off to Japan. Anybody else love those movies besides me? Okay. Anyway, so I was like for display only. So I was just doing things for display only. Yeah. And this This is actually a painting brush, and I just use it for my dark wax. And I had trouble finding it. I was like, where is it? It's picking up all the little bits, which I think is good. We'll see what it does down here on the lighter ones at the bottom, won't we? That could be the telltale sign, if it helps or not, because I feel like that's the weak link, is the bottom ones. We're gonna push this back a bit so y'all can actually see it. I love Toy Story too. Oh my gosh, and when they were going to college, I remember Joseph was like 13 or 14. I cried like a baby. Oh, and he used to talk about, so there we go. That's my paper towel. Looks like I'm wasting it, but it's very worth it. You don't want to just cover the thing with dark wax. I cried, and then he would talk to me about, the movies. Okay, so that's got a lot of wax on it, so I might want to take that off. The Avenger movies, and he would say, gosh, I'll be, like when the last one comes out, I'll be 23. And he was talking about that, like when he was 13 and 14. And I could not believe I was just like, stop. I don't want, let's just enjoy today. I don't want to rush through anything. And you know, he's 25, so I'm telling you, it goes fast. These little mamas, I'm always like, I know it's so hard. It's so stinking hard with newborns and littles. It really is hard. It's really hard. I totally remember, because my children we've been on the struggle bus since birth. But man, to go back and have the troubles of a 5-year-old, which is hard. It's all hard. Guys, whenever you love your kids well, it's just hard, period. You know? It's just hard. It doesn't matter. It's just hard. Anyway. Yep. It's just hard. So this may be showing up even more because it's so light, but we're just going to keep going. I think it's going to totally help down here. I think this was just a little too candy. A little too candy corn or something. I don't know, it's just too pink. Which I can't believe I said anything's too pink. It was just too, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've even used black wax, dark wax, and white wax on a piece before. So that's kind of funny, isn't it? Just gonna fold this over and just tap, tap, tap. Especially because down here on the light stuff, I don't want to come in here too harsh. Basically, I go around the edge, and then I just do the edges, as you can see that. I just kind of, and then I'll go in and I'll just try to pick up some of the texture on it. And it's very dry. You know, I'm not coming in with a full, I'd rather go slow. This is my 2 cents, and not that I know anything. Clearly, y'all know that. Because you know if I didn't booger this up, I don't know who did. Talk about a boondoggle. I need to wear that t-shirt every time I was working on this. Talk about a boondoggle, but I would rather go, when you're using the dark wax, you want to go slow, okay? So you want to just add layers, because you don't want to go in and, you just don't want to go in and, go with it light. You want to just do much, you just want to go slow with it. I'm very inarticulate today also. So Wednesday night, I got no sleep. One of my babies, had his he had a major GERD. I didn't even know he had GERD, and he was going crazy, and we were up till like 2, and then I got up at 6 because I had to take my other son to a doctor's appointment at 8:15, all the way across town, which is like driving to Texas for us here. And let's just say I went home last night, and then we had a glitch with the website, so I worked on that till 7. Went home, I don't remember what I ate, and I went to bed. And the dog went to bed with me. Anyway, I had the door closed. She wanted out. I got up, let her out, closed the door. Then she wanted to come back. And she barked, opened the door. She came back to bed with me. It was just one of those nights. But I did get sleep. I got some good rest. So that is a miracle and a blessing. Okay. I think we still need to work on this bottom. So let's. I'm gonna push it back and let's see. The knobs. Don't look at the knobs because we're gonna fix those knobs. This looks a little. I just feel like it's. The bottom still needs like, I don't know if it just still, I just feel like it's a little too precious, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to keep going in here and trying to I guess it's like a one note down here, and we don't want this to be a one note. It looks pretty good, and then it's like, no. So, and I have a big dark brush as well, but I have found I basically use this one. Now, if I'm doing, so I will tell you a good way to use, the dark wax and the black wax is, if you're doing, we have Hey Sailor, but if you want a really dark, rich navy, I will paint it Hey Sailor. I'll give it a good clear coat, and then I will take black wax with my, because I use the same for black and for dark. And then I will use like full coat of black wax on the navy, and then you buff it, and it's like a gorgeous dark, dark navy. So pretty. So, yeah. So there are times when you will use a lot of it, but not always. Less is more. When you're putting it on like a light piece like this and you're just adding depth, it's better to go in slow than go in fast with all of it, because then it's hard to take back, and then you're just retracing your steps, and you're just trying to. Yeah, I mean, you're probably thinking, why did she do the white wax? But there is something about layering them. And I don't know, I can't tell you why it works. I don't know what it does, but it does something. I just don't know. You know, I can't put it into words. I can't articulate that because, you know, damaged. Damaged. Okay, so let's look at it. I feel like maybe this one could use a little bit. I'm just using this rag. Then you can just go in, and then you can just, and honestly, you're gonna have to decide enough's enough, because this zhuzh part you can do forever. You know, I'm gonna get the edges good with the brown. And maybe right there in between. It's like I'm scrubbing, basically I am, and it kind of, when you put it on this way, it kind of buffs it for you as well. So it's kind of it's a fun way to wax, because basically it's practically done by the time you get finished with it. I like it, finally. The bottom, I don't like the paint job is my problem. I don't like the paint. I think it's just messy. Let's see if some white would help that out. I just think it's messy. I just don't like it. I don't like the paint. I like it on everything else, but I hate it down here. Flat surfaces are exhausting for me. So why do I even paint them? But I don't know if I should go like that right there, that part. You know, it'd be awesome is to do some kind of stencil, or to do a transfer or something. Even though it's too late for a transfer, I might be able to do a paint inlay over it, something clear, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just ignore it, but I don't like that. This is my least favorite part of it. and I don't know what to do about it. Maybe we'll put some gold on it. That's an idea. You know? But out of this whole thing, if we can look at all of it, let's push it back so we can see the whole thing. My least favorite is that bottom part right there. And that's kind of dark right there. I don't like the skirt. I do not like the skirt. We're gonna do something with that, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all right now. Let's do some gold. Let me show you what I do with gold ticket. What do I have? These are all full. I think we can take these out. These are my inlays. So let's take these out. And oh, that's okay. We're just gonna leave that. That's just for classes. And this is stencil. So we're just gonna do this one, these three right here. Okay, let's see how it goes. We're gonna see. I pulled mine out and I mixed it up really beautifully. I think I let this freeze, and I don't know how I did that, but I did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to use, how do I want to put this on? Here, let's do this. Let's put some, I have these little cups from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if y'all ever use those or not, but they're awesome. I'm just using, and it's very little, okay? And maybe I'm gonna go in, this is just stencil brush that I use for everything. And I'm just going to you could drag it down like that, which is cute. I'm also going to probably zhuzh all the knobs with a little bit of gold shimmer. But I like, and if you want to, I'm not going to probably do that because I have so much inside it, but you can put water on it and it makes it drip, and I kind of love that drippy drip. But you can just, and then you can use your finger if you want to. And if you just make it not, just like we've done everything else, you can just kind of go in and rub it on, and it gives it shimmer all over. Or you can empty everything, which I've not done, and let it run down, and it's really cool. We'll do a little bit of that. I'll show you, because you do, where's the one that's empty? Is this it? We'll do right here. Have a little water, so you're gonna spray it with water, and then I'll empty it and probably do that. Let's get you in close so you all can see what I'm doing. How about that? Okay, right here. That's empty. So we're just gonna take a little bit of the gold. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of knock it off. And right, that's the one. I'm just gonna go right here and put a big dollop. And then I'm gonna get the paper towel, so I'm ready to help a bit. We're going to, if you just go like that, and then you get that kind of, because it's waxed, it will give you that drippy effect. And it looks really pretty, because it's like a shimmer drip, you know? So you can, because we waxed it, it doesn't stick, but it will dry, and it'll be kind of pretty. Kind of pretty. Kind of pretty. And I'm just going in and taking those big drips off. And then you have it. And I like the drippy look, personally. Not everybody else does. It's totally fine. They don't have to. They don't have to like it. You know? Nobody else has to. You just put like a thick coat right there, and then you just kind of drip it. And you can leave it like that. And I kind of love it. Isn't that fun? So just work on it when you don't have tons of stuff, and then it can go run. It can drip all the way down. So now let's work on this bottom one. Let's see if that's going to help us some. Let's do the skirt. We can really pour on the drips on the skirt, you know, because there is nothing underneath it. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, the gold does help, doesn't it? We're going to, hopefully it'll help down here on this stinking thing. I do not like this skirt at all. There we go. Hold my tongue just right. There we go. I want to pull y'all in close though so you can see it. It's a little closer. Okay. And I just have this because this will catch all the water. Multi-purpose. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just put a big dollop on there, and maybe we'll just gold it all the way down, maybe, because I'm not liking it at all. Maybe it'll break it up for me, I don't know. I should probably gold it over the places I don't like, shouldn't I? Here, let's use this thing. This was my stir piece. Maybe we'll just do this and just, I'm gonna add water. I've never done this before, but since I hate this down here, it's okay. I can always paint over it. And the water doesn't really do anything because it's waxed. We'll have to see how it dries. It's a little messy, but you know, I was gonna read, I was hating it anyway, so who cares, you know? If I was hating it, who cares? I'm just piddling. That's just a lot of drips, which I probably don't want that many drips on it. But I do want the shimmer there, so if I could, I'll just go in. So it's not so much the same everywhere. There you go. We'll see. Probably I won't do anything to it. I'm probably never going to look back at this thing once I finish it. Okay, friends, we did it. Done. I'm so over this chest of drawers. Hey, Heidi. Oh, girl. This thing has been kicking my butt. Kicking my butt. That's all I'm going to say. I'm so glad to have this over with. So glad. So glad to have this done. Yeah. I'm just taking the wet bits and moving it up here so we kind of get the gold, but it's not drippy drippy. And on the knobs, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just taking, let's pull back. Oh, nope, wrong way, sorry. Thank you, Stephanie. How are you, sweetheart? It's okay. It's, you know, it's not my fave, but it's done, it's over. I am ready to move on. Look at that, trying to do my camera work and so not good at it. So there's a bunch down here that's like watery, and I'm just going in and I'm just gonna take it and just kind of smear it up here, and then we'll have some gold everywhere and we will be done. Yay, yes, yes. It just needs a little water, that's what it needs. Just put it in my cup. Anyway, You know, I was practice. Sometimes you get out of the rhythm, and I was out of the furniture painting rhythm. But this has been fun, and it was good to practice on my stuff versus somebody else. I don't do a lot of client stuff because it's very stressful, and I got enough stress. I just don't like to do it, so I charge a fortune, and nobody wants to pay that for it, which is fine by me. So. But guys, so we did work on yesterday. If you are local, we are doing a really fun wreath class. Let me. Can I pull up the picture? Let me see. Maybe. I think that's it. There we go. Okay, let me show you what we're going to be doing here. We've got a wreath class coming, and that is the one I have hanging similar to that. And it is on the website, and where you can get it right here. And you will get, you'll get everything there, plus learn how to do bows. We're going to show you a couple of ways to do a bow. Talk about color, placement, kind of how many to use, all kinds of fun stuff. We're also going to, and if you want to add more, I have all kinds. You can add more to yours, to your wreath if you would like to. So, yeah. Isn't that cute? Isn't that just adorable? I think so too. All right. I am just adding a little gold in places down here where we don't have any. And if it wants to run, it totally can on its own. So, but I'm just, that way I'm not spraying tons on there, and I can keep what's in there halfway decent. Like the knobs probably need to. I may go in and rub those back and then put some gold on them, or I don't know. You could also do this with Pennies from Heaven, the copper patina, which is so awesome. So you can just kind of do anything you want, guys, with this. It's kind of, you know, I'm letting you think outside the box. We also have gold wax. I just can't find mine, so, and I wasn't going to open one when I'm pretty sure it's at home. And I really love the way, the golden ticket doesn't, like it resists the wax, so you get some really kind of neat, you get just some neat kind of effects with it because the wax kind of rejects it a bit. I don't know. What am I saying? Oh, Nancy, I do too. Okay, so I am wanting to do an event. I guess I need to put a thing out there, a little questionnaire, and see who would want to come to Kentucky and do something, you know, and what we would want to do. You know, that wreath class is fun. I've got a girlfriend who is helping me with it. She's actually the wreath maker. And I'm just doing the supplies. But you get your wreath, you get the ribbon, you get different stuff with it. I'm just kind of tapping. I'm just tweaking. And so then I might go, just lost my brush, and then go back in. And, yeah, I need to stop. I'm going to ruin it. I got to look good. And then I'm going to ruin it. So let's just stop. Stop. You know how I say you just kind of got to stop? I'm just got to stop. Just stopping. Just stopping. Done? Stopping. Okay. Y'all have a great day. Oh, I know. So I would love to do something where people come and see me if you all would be interested. I don't know. I'm not sure if you all would be or not. I always am like, why would anybody spend money to come see me? But anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments and what you would want us to do. I mean, we could just have a whole craft weekend where we do like 3 different crafts. We could do a wreath. We could do a journal. We could do, you know, we could have different crafty things. So we could do it Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, or we could, you know, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I do like the gold too. We'll see how it dries. I'll take a picture, and then I'll buff everything really well and see if I can get to shimmer up, and I'll work on those knobs. I don't like them, so I'm happy for them to disappear, kind of. I'm good at that. Okay, thank you, Nancy. All right. So you don't care what we're doing, just as long as we do something. Is that what you want to do? If you all have suggestions, I would love them. Okay, let's look at it. I pushed it away. I think it's okay now. I mean, I think I can live with it. Still got the sides. No clue what to do with those, but I ain't gonna think about that right now. The 127 sale. You want to do the yard sale, Pat? That is a maybe. That would be. It's the first weekend in August. Yeah. I would totally do it different than I did it this last time. And basically we would just shop and eat together. I wouldn't really do anything in the shop with it. It's too much for me. I peopled a whole lot on that one. So I don't know. So we could just have a shopping trip, which would be fun. I would also want to do a making weekend as well. So I'll be putting out a little questionnaire, so be watching for it. It'll be coming on the emails. Are you all getting the emails? Have you signed up for those? Because we are really trying hard to do better with our emails. And I'll be sending one out with all the classes and all that information. So anyway, it's a lot of walking too, Miss Pat. I'm just going to let you know. But I totally now know where the real, it's like I think you go to Lawrenceburg and then over to Danville is where it's good. And I did not know anything about it last time. So it's changed from when I was going a lot. And so, yeah. Anyway. Okay, guys. Have a great weekend. If you're anywhere close to me, come see me. I would love it. Oh, that would be awesome, Felicia. Well, I would love for you to come hang out with us if we decide something. That would be great. It's easy to get here. We have I have several locations of places where you can stay. We have a hotel downtown. Well, it's August. August in Kentucky, Pat. August in Kentucky, that's all I'm going to say. So, like, there's a Woodford Hotel downtown. They're making another one out of a bank. We have restaurants down here now. So we could totally do a Makers, and like that Saturday we would be open, but we just let people come in. But we could do it Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and it would be we would start after church on Sunday morning. I go to early service, so that would be fun, and we could, we would just hang out here and be making and creating, which would be so fun. So let me get with my team, my managers, and AKA husband, children, friend who helps me, intern, see what's going on, and let's talk about that. And I will look at the calendar. That would be a really fun thing to do, I think. Yeah. Okay. You all go have a great day. Be a blessing to someone, guys. You know what? Because everybody's going through it. We all are going through it. But we put on a smile and we go out there because we don't want to do anything else to anybody. So just assume that they're going through a hard time if they're grumpy, and just decide that you're going to make their day. Don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. Let's just love people well. Let's be Jesus. Let's go out there and let's change the world one smile at a time. I feel like we can love everybody. Just love people well and let them wonder, what you got going on? Because we all are going through it. So instead of taking it out on others, let's just lift everybody up. Let's just be a part of the solution, not the problem. I say that all the time. That needs to be on a t-shirt. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Yes, new t-shirt. It's processed. I'm looking at another one. Let me tell you this real fast. I'm going to go. So remember all that. That's the last thing. I'm looking at one because we did this in my Sunday school class. We talked about a mulberry tree. I don't know if y'all are familiar with those, but Jesus talks about them. Did I talk about this before? And how the roots are so deep and hard to move. So it's like we need to be mulberry trees. So I'm thinking maybe do a t-shirt like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pondering all those. If you have any ideas, you have any kind of preference or idea, just put it in the comments, please share, comment. Also, if you could go to my Google, and Lee, if you have like a link, if you all would go to Google and give me a good review, don't give me a bad one, guys, but if you would give me a review, it just is, I've got to get to 100 reviews. I have 4. Okay, so anything you could go on there and say what you like about my lives, what you like about my shop. If I'm nice to you when you come in, if I'm not so nice, just message me and I will make it right. I tried to make it right. Okay, be blessed. Have a great day. I love you all so much.